Next one. Hey guys, I identified an opportunity for rank and rent and waiting to approach a mid-sized statewide company to see if they are interested. I haven't built the site yet, but confident that I can do it with SM methods and gradually achieve some solid rankings for key local areas. The company doesn't do SEO, but is well branded. How would you go about approaching them to lock in a deal before committing to build out the site? Also, how do you go about presenting yourself as the solution when they may just say, we will just do SEO for ourselves instead? Yeah, so that's a good opportunity, guys, to go out and rank something prior to making the contact. Yeah, you're taking a risk that they may completely ignore any contact attempts anyways. But if you think there's that much potential there, then why not go out and rank some stuff first and then approach them with assets that are already ranking, right? Some results that you can show them. There's ways to do that, but YouTube still works. I've been doing a lot of testing. That's another one you could drop, Adam, is Peter Drew's Live Rank Sniper, which does scheduled live events, and it's called keyword poking. It's a way to test keywords. I started doing that a lot again lately, and part of what I taught at POFU Live, and that's part of that process, which I'm still working on the training for the POFU Live stuff. I still haven't got it all done, but I've added a lot more since our event. Anyway, Live Rank Sniper is part of that. That's how I go to test local markets. Before starting to build a bunch of assets in a particular local market, I want to test it and find out where the easiest opportunities are for ranking with little off-page work, almost entirely with on-page work. How can I, which areas can I rank for? And so Peter Drew's Live Rank Sniper does that very well. So that's an example. You could go rank some YouTube scheduled live events. You don't even have to produce a video. You just literally have. So I can't show it because not on these. In the mastermind, I do it, but on these, I don't show my assets because I get negative SEO. But I've got with Live Rank Sniper, what's really good is if you go out and either produce them yourself or go to Fiverr and buy some YouTube thumbnails. That are colorful and bright, but attract attention. And what I do is I buy 10 packs of YouTube thumbnails whenever I'm going to test a new area. And I just use my the graphics person that does all of our YouTube thumbnails for Semantic Mastery. His name's Andre. I just hired, he does 10 packs of those for me for $20. So I pay him $20 and he does 10 YouTube thumbnails for me. And they're fabulous. They're bright, they're colorful, they stand out. And then I'll do a poke campaign with Live Rank Sniper. So I'll go test a new area. I'll have 10 thumbnails developed for a brand that I'm going to be building. And now I've got a couple of brands now that I'm running with, that I'm expanding in different areas with. And so I'll set up a YouTube Live Rank Sniper campaign to test keywords plus location modifiers. So like towns within a city, districts or boroughs within a city or suburbs, things like that. And then it just goes out and schedule live events. There's no video required. It just goes to YouTube and does a scheduled live event that will index. It indexes almost immediately. And then with a custom thumbnail, it really stands out in the search results. So then the tool will go out, and after it schedules all the live events, you can have it checked and what it does, it will open up the Chromium browser and just go do a keyword search for each of the keywords that you added into the campaign. And it will check the first 2 pages of Google and see, is the YouTube video indexed on the first and present on the first or second page of Google. And if it does, then it puts it into a notepad file. It's a very simple tool, and it's very simple. It does one thing and it does it really well. And it's very easy to set up. So I would recommend that you do that, because then you can start to show ranking YouTube video thumbnail URLs, which really stand out in the search results. Right. And that's one thing. But then once you've identified those areas that you can rank for, literally doing nothing other than uploading or creating a scheduled live event with YouTube, then now you know that you can rank very easily in those locations with basically zero off-page work. So that's where you might want to go in, and cloud pages are good for this, particularly right now. Microsoft Azure is still ranking really well. And then DigitalOcean, I just started testing with that after Jesper did a presentation for us for POFU Live. So DigitalOcean, hosting pages on DigitalOcean, those tend to rank fairly quickly right now. So cloud pages are good for that. Stuff that are Google sites. Google sites are sometimes slow to index, but what I found is in these areas that I poke with YouTube videos first using Live Rank Sniper, that I can rank the YouTube videos for. Then if I go mirror or create a G site targeting those same pages. And by the way, what do? What we teach here at Semantic Mastery, you can create a G site. So sites.google.com, it's free. And then create pages. So create in like the home page would be optimized for the primary term, whatever, in the term plus location. But then you create pages, sub pages of the home page for each one of those locations that you targeted with the LiveRank Sniper poking campaign, that for just the ones that ranked. So you create pages on the site, the G site, optimized for that keyword plus location modifier where the video is ranked. And then you just take that LiveRank Sniper scheduled live event, and embed that. Again, there's no video there, but you can still get the embed code and embed that into the page and put a little bit of content on the page. Doesn't have to be well-tuned content, well-written content. Seriously, none of that matters. You just have to have relevant content on the page, and then send it to an indexer, right? It's important, or better yet, submit it to Search Console so that it does get indexed even faster. So submit the G site to Search Console for indexing, and so connect it to Search Console. Go to URL inspection, try to get it inspected. And then you can also go to like an indexer like Omega Indexer is working really well right now, and submit all of the G site page URLs to Omega Indexer, for example, and get that indexed. And guess what will happen? If you were able to rank a scheduled live event with no video really, and but rank it just by scheduling it, once it gets indexed, it ranks. Now you got a G site that will index and will also rank. And now you've got 2 on page 1. And if you do cloud pages as well, you might have 3 on page 1. Does that make sense? So you can do that very quickly with, let's say you test 10 different location plus keyword modifier or keyword plus location modifiers, and you get 4 or 5 or 6 of them on page 1. Then you do what I said with cloud pages and G site, and you'll probably end up with, 4 or 5 keywords that have 2 or 3 rankings on page 1. With very little work, right? And then you take all that, you pack it, put it into a presentation or a screencast video, and then start trying to make contact with somebody at that company that you're courting, right? That you're looking to land. I've done that for years, guys, where I will provide results. Also, press releases can do that too, but there's an expense to that, right? So you got to be careful with that. But I've done that with press releases too, where I've courted a particular contractor or company. And then I'll rank a press release, because those will rank very easily too. And then I contact them, be like, hey, go do a search for this keyword, and they'll boom. And you see what's ranked? Well, I can do that for you all the time. Let's talk. You know what I mean? So that's what I would do. Again, it does take a little bit of work and there's a little bit of risk, but if it's something that you feel that strongly about, is there's that much potential, it's worth it, in my opinion. Right? Because you only got to be successful at that one time, and you could have a really nice income coming from a company because you've proven to them that that you can get results. You don't have to go over super hard stuff, right? You would want stuff that you could rank easily up front, and then use that as an example to show that you know what you're doing. Okay. Is there the danger that they just do Yeah, maybe, but I don't. That's a what if. I don't worry about what ifs. You'll worry yourself out of ever taking action if you worry about what ifs. Just act, right? Ready, fire, aim. Just act. Okay. I said this at the top on the webinar, but I read a book called Action. I think it's Robert Ringer is, I think, the author. The book's a little bit dry. It's not a real easy read, but it's called Action, and he talks about how Albert Einstein was talking about physics, and he says nothing happens until something moves. And that's essentially, like, I've internalized that now, but it's like, just take action. Like, don't think about all these what if scenarios and everything else. Like, just take action. People that take action get better results than people that always want conditions to be just right before taking action. You know what I mean? What is it? Imperfect action trumps perfect inaction every time. So